This episode is brought to you by Honda. When you test drive the new Prologue EV, there's a lot that could impress you about it. There's the class-leading passenger space, the clean, thoughtful design, and the intuitive technology. But out of everything, what you'll really love most is that it's a Honda. Visit honda.com/EV to see offers.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
This episode is brought to you by United Airlines. When you want to make the most of your vacation, book with United. They're an airline that cares about your travels as much as you do. United is transforming the flying experience with Bluetooth connectivity, screens, power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to help fit everyone's bag. And with their app, you can skip the bag check line, get live updates, and more. Change the way you fly. Book your next trip today at united.com.
It's a brisk November afternoon in Detroit, 1934, and the city hums with excitement. Inside the University of Detroit Stadium, over 26,000 fans fill the stands, their breath visible in the chilly autumn air. Detroit is still getting to know its professional football team, and today, the Lions have their biggest opportunity yet to make their mark. Across the field stand the mighty Chicago Bears, led by the iconic galloping ghost, Red Grange. The Bears are a powerhouse, and the reputation precedes them. But this game isn't about the Lions facing a tough opponent. It's something much bigger. For George A. Richards, the Lions' new owner and a former radio tycoon, this Thanksgiving game is a bold gamble. To him, football is more than a sport. It's a show, and a show needs an audience. Richard sees Thanksgiving, a day steeped in tradition and family leisure, as the perfect stage to capture the nation's attention. College football has already shown the potential for the holiday spotlight, and Richards intends to make the Lions synonymous with it. The Bears take the field first, and the crowd stirs. The team's dominance is clear, their plays methodical. Grange, though past his peak, is still a presence that commands awe. But the Lions are hungry, and they fight back fiercely. Star quarterback Dutch Clark drives the offense with grit and determination, while coach George Clark watches every play with steely resolve. The game is intense, a battle of inches. The Lions' relentless push keeps the crowd on edge, roaring louder with every hard-earned yard. The Bears are seasoned and composed, and regain the lead late in the game, finally clinching a narrow 19-16 victory. But by the final whistle, it's clear that this day is about more than the score. Fans in the stands and listeners tuning in across the country on Richard's radio broadcasts are captivated. The combination of a hard-fought football game and a holiday feast feels just right, like it was meant to be. For Richards, the gamble pays off. Thanksgiving football has arrived, bringing people together to cheer, to feel, and to make memories. It's a pairing that will stand the test of time, the thrill of a big game followed by the warmth of a family dinner. And for the Lions, this day becomes more than just the game. It's the start of a legacy that will last for generations. Hi everyone, I'm Kavitha Davidson, and welcome to another episode of Sportly. It's the Monday before Thanksgiving, and across the country, millions are gearing up for that big turkey feast, family time, and, of course, Thanksgiving Day football. Today, we're putting the spotlight on a true legend, John Madden, a former NFL coach and sports commentator who led the Oakland Raiders to 8 playoff appearances.
Boom, he fires that. Thornton Chandler, boom, he fires that. Cosby, boom, he fires that. Kerr, boom, he comes.
From his game-changing and kind of hilarious insights on the field to the wildly popular video game series that bears his name, He's also credited with turning Thanksgiving Day football into something truly special. He didn't just love football. He took Thanksgiving football to a whole new level and left a lasting mark on the holiday, thanks in part to his love of turkey. Think six-legged turkeys, the iconic turducken, and a tradition that feels as big as the holiday itself.
We got some legs on there. I mean, here's a leg, then we got 3 here, we got 3 here. Okay, now we have...
So what makes Thanksgiving Day football so special? And how does it tie into the themes of family, food, and community? And how did Madden's larger-than-life personality make these games a can't-miss tradition? As we dive into these questions, we'll explore how Thanksgiving Day football has become a tradition that now feels as integral to the holiday as turkey and mashed potatoes. Thanksgiving Day football really takes off in the 19th century, thanks largely to college games. The first ever football game on Thanksgiving takes place in 1876 in Hoboken, New Jersey, with Princeton beating Yale 2-0. And when this game is moved to New York a few years later, Thanksgiving football is now a major social event, signaling the start to the winter holiday season. In the years following, other teams outside the Ivy League take up the practice, most notably the University of Michigan, whose matchups against the Chicago Maroons in the 1890s are largely credited with the early popularity of Thanksgiving games. So by the time professional football joins the scene with the founding of the NFL in 1920, Thanksgiving football has already been an established annual tradition. This brings us back to where we started, that 1934 Lions game. That year, the Lions owner partners with NBC for a groundbreaking nationwide radio broadcast. It's a bold publicity move, and it pays off. The game is an instant hit, and except for a brief pause during World War II, the Lions have played every Thanksgiving since. In 1966, the Dallas Cowboys join in the tradition. The Cowboys are initially uncertain about whether fans would show up to a sports game on Thanksgiving, but they can't deny that it's worked for college teams and for the Lions. The Cowboys end up becoming Thanksgiving mainstays, thanks to their star players and iconic matchups. I mean, who could forget the Lions' stunning massacre of the undefeated Packers in 1962, handing them their only loss of the season? Or when Dallas quarterback Clint Longley came out of nowhere to throw a game-winning touchdown in the final seconds of the 1974 game. But these moments aren't without controversy either, like when Ndamukong Suh made headlines after kicking Evan Smith and got him ejected from the game in 2011.
An opportunity, but Ndamukong Suh clearly, kicks him. Officials right there, they make the call. That's his second unsportsmanlike conduct.
Together, the Lions and Cowboys have delivered some of the most unforgettable moments in NFL Thanksgiving history. But you really can't talk about the NFL and Thanksgiving without mentioning one name, John Madden. Madden's career doesn't start in coaching. He had actually dreamed of playing in the NFL. But a knee injury ends those plans early, and instead, he channels his passion into coaching. At just 32 years old, Madden becomes the youngest head coach in NFL history when he takes over the Oakland Raiders in 1969.
Let's start off and stay after him the whole game. Don't even watch the time. You sit back there and just throw
His
it.
impact is immediate and undeniable. By the time he retires from coaching in 1978, Madden holds the highest winning percentage of any NFL coach with more than 100 games under his belt, a record that still stands as one of the best in history. But his story doesn't end there. Madden transitions to the broadcast booth as a sports commentator, where his insightful analysis and electric personality, let's say, help make him a household name.
Now watch right there. Boom. Just puts him to the turf. Boom, 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 boom. Watch the number.
He brings an unmatched energy to the game, breaking down complex plays in a way that fans of all levels can understand. One of Madden's true signatures as a sports commentator is his use of the telestrator. What was meant to be a simple tool for helping the audience understand plays, in John Madden's hands, is a source of both education and entertainment. He uses it to highlight the dynamics of a quarterback's throw or to explain the intricacies of a team's formation, making even new viewers feel like experts. But he just as often likes to draw little doodles or use it to point out just how sweaty a player is getting.
See how heat does come out of the top of your head? Look at it, just coming off at Nate's head there. That's where it escapes. If you have heat in your body.
It's that perfect blend of analysis and fun that has endeared him to the national audience and has made him a fan favorite commentator. With such a legacy, it's no wonder John Madden holds a special place in the football world. But the real question today is, why does his name come up during every Thanksgiving Day game? It's Thanksgiving Day 1989, and the Philadelphia Eagles are taking on the Dallas Cowboys in front of a packed Texas stadium. The Eagles' defense has been dominating from the start, with Reggie White, the legendary Minister of Defense, leading the charge. White is tearing through the Cowboys' offensive line, delivering a performance for the ages. By the end of the game, the Eagles have crushed the Cowboys in a humiliating 27-0 shutdown on national television. Up in the press box, John Madden is in his element and loving every moment of the game. Ever the showman, he decides this extraordinary performance deserves more than just a verbal shout-out. So he's got an idea, and one that's as quirky and over the top as he is. When the game ends, Madden presents Reggie White with something entirely unexpected, a massive golden brown turkey leg. The gesture is festive and fun, and it's pure John Madden, a man who doesn't just talk us through games, but makes them feel somehow larger than life. This gesture is festive and fun. It's pure John Madden. And this small, spontaneous moment becomes the foundation for a tradition, the Turkey Leg Award. The Turkey Leg Award has only gained popularity since its introduction, becoming one of the most anticipated parts of the Thanksgiving Day game. But there's one problem. What happens when more than one player deserves the MVP honor? In 1990, John Madden kicks off this new tradition by handing out multiple turkey legs to standout players like Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman. By the 1992 Thanksgiving game, Madden watches the entire Dallas Cowboys offensive line dominate the game and realizes that 2 turkey legs just won't cut it. So what's a guy to do? Does he bring out more turkeys? Nope, it's John Madden, and bigger and bolder and a little ridiculous is his style. So his solution is 6-legged turkeys. To pull this off, a monstrous 6-legged turkey makes its NFL debut. So 1 leg for Emmitt Smith and 1 for each member of the offense.
What we do is every Thanksgiving to the outstanding player, we give the Turkey Leg Award. So Eric, you get the turkey leg, and Jerry, you get the whole turkey.
But how does one get a 6-legged turkey? Where did he find it? In true Madden fashion, he spins a tall tale, announcing, quote, "If a team has a big win, they need extra big turkeys. And when turkeys get big enough, their little legs can't hold them up. So you just have to give them more legs." Of course, this isn't ridiculous and not what happened. After he hears Madden joking about needing turkeys with more legs, a barbecue restaurant owner named Joe Pat Feisler decides to give him exactly that, though he uses wooden skewers to accomplish this. Feisler likes to joke that his turkeys are raised near a nuclear power plant, but that's just part of the fun when you're making unnaturally legged birds. And it's classic Madden, taking a simple idea and turning it into this larger-than-life spectacle. And it works. Fans love the 6-legged turkey, making the Turkey Leg Award a cherished Thanksgiving tradition. But depending on who you ask, 6-legged turkeys aren't even the wildest creation John Madden has brought to Thanksgiving football. As the Turkey Leg Award settles into its NFL tradition status, Madden's flair for the over-the-top holiday spectacle grows right along with it. Enter the turducken, the ultimate Thanksgiving feast with a name and a concept that you can't forget. For the uninitiated, a turducken is kind of exactly what it sounds like. It's a duck stuffed into a chicken, stuffed into a turkey. And you add a whole lot of spiced stuffing and some dressing and a willingness to try new things, and you've got a real showstopper. Madden first encounters this ridiculous culinary marvel in 1996, courtesy of New Orleans butcher Glenn Mistish, who brings one to the press box. After just a single bite, Madden is hooked. And by 1997, the turducken is a regular guest on Madden's Thanksgiving broadcasts. Every year until 2001, he brings one into the press box, carves it live, and distributes slices to players and staff, just like his turkey leg awards. Football has become a way for families to connect, whether cheering together or sneaking away from family tension to watch the game in peace. Madden understood that balance, and his broadcast made us feel like we were part of the celebration. From six-legged turkeys to turducken feasts, Madden's love for the holiday and his infectious joy has made him a long-standing Thanksgiving icon. When he passed away in December 2021, it was a moment of reflection for fans everywhere, a somber chance to appreciate just how much he had shaped not only the game, but the traditions surrounding it. Madden's legacy and the ways in which he shaped Thanksgiving Day football continue in his wake. In 2022, the NFL launches the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration, honoring his impact on the game. Players now wear patches featuring Madden's face, and a commemorative coin with his silhouette is used for the coin toss at the start of every Thanksgiving game. As we wrap up our journey through Thanksgiving Day football, one thing should be clear. It's more than just a game, it's a tradition. Thanksgiving is one of the few times each year when we come together, whether it's for the turkey or the touchdowns, a little friendly competition, or simply enjoying time with loved ones. I'll be perfectly honest, my family are not football fans, so I'm usually the only person in the room watching Thanksgiving football, but it's really not about the game itself, is it? It's about just kind of being together in the same room while the food is cooling or being cooked and having some time to gather. So this day does have a little something for everyone, whether you're football fans or not, and it's kind of impossible to escape. So I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for listening to Sportly. Sportly is an Immigrantly Media production. This episode was produced by Sadia Khan and Shay Yu, written by Jonathan Hazel, Shay Yu, and me, Kavitha Davidson. Our sound designer and editor is Paroma Chakravarti. Our theme music was created by Simon Hutchinson. Other music by Epidemic Sound. Tune back in next week and every week after for more Sportly.